At presentation layer, we install one tool called SAP GUI. Or you can call it as logon pad, right? At a database level, what you have? You have DB repository, business data, and SAP repository. This one.
Yes.
You have DB repository, SAP repository, and the business data. In database, we have these three things. The architecture, when it comes to SAP's architecture, we're talking about this application layer. What are the functionalities? What are the services this architecture has? So what we have here, we have message server, okay, gateway service,
Gateway cell,
dispatcher. Oh, sorry. This dispatcher and dialog, background, update, spool, and enqueue. These are the how many types of work process we have?
Five.
Five types. What are they?
Login or dialog, background.
Just tell me the names.
background, update,
Dialog, background, update,
Spool, enqueue.
Full NQ.
There is a specific name. Don't give your own names, please. Okay, dialog, background, update, spool, and enqueue.
Update, spool.
Dialog is for what? Login. Background is for
to schedule background process.
Long running jobs, right? To schedule any job, any report as a background, we use background work process. Update is for
Read and write.
Change any data.
yes, exactly.
And create.
User.
This update work process has read and write authorizations. Whenever you say create, insert, update, modify, change, then
Change.
update work process comes into picture and it will do the activity. Spool is for printing purpose. Whenever the end user gives print, the responsible work process spool. And the enqueue is for
Deadlocks.
not deadlocks, locking mechanism. It prevented deadlocks.
Logging mechanism. Okay.
It prevented deadlocks. You can say like that. Okay.
Okay.
And we have services like message server and gateway. What is the use of message server? What is message server? The first application server is called as what? Central instance. Right? If I have another application server, what is the beauty of 3-tier architecture? We can have another
we
application
can add
server.
another application.
If this is not sufficient, we can add another application server. Here, adding application server is not installing a new SAP system. Remember, just I am strengthening my application layer by adding extra hardware resources. How I'll tell you today. Just I am strengthening this layer. When I can say I install a new SAP system, if I install a new database and in that new repository, then you should say that is a new SAP system. But this is only one SAP system. Within one SAP system, how many instances I can have?
Two type of instance.
How many instances I can have? How many number?
3,
0,
9,
0 to 99.
0, 0 to 99.
99.
100 application servers
0
you
to-
can have. See, remember, application server, instance, both are same, not different. Okay, what is exact instance? I'll tell you. So 0, 0 to 99. Can I have 88 to this number, instance number?
Yes.
Okay. Can I have 27 here?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I have 0, 0 here?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 0, 0. Any number range between 0, 0 to 99. But it should be unique within one SAP system. And what is this instance name? Anyone? Every instance has a number and a name, right?
3600.
Why? Instance name was?
DB.
Central.
No. The instance name DVEM BGS like that, right?
Yes.
DVEM BGS.
Yes.
80.
Five process.
88.
And here DVBGS.
DVBGS 27.
This one DVBGS
0. 0.
Now tell me, what is message server? Anyone? This is called as a dialog instance, right?
Dialog.
Dialog instance. And this one?
Dialog.
Dialog instance. Excellent. Now tell me, what is message server?
Communication between application to and application to database.
Excellent. Message server only resides in central instance. It is responsible for communication between application to application, application to database. And it runs on a dedicated port number 36 $, where $, is instance number.
88.
What is gateway?
3388. 3388.
Communicating to
Communication
SAP
between-
to
Excellent. Yes, yes.
SAP to SAP.
SAP to SAP and
Or SAP to any
SAP to
other
non-SAP
Or a-
system.
software.
Non-SAP.
Communication between one system to another system. That is gateway. If message server is down, entire your system is down. If gateway is down, you can do anything in your own system, but you cannot communicate with other SAP system. Within the same
Other
system, you can do anything. I gave you the example. Message server is just like a pillar for your building. Gateway is just lock for opposite home. That's it. If pillar collapsed, your building collapsed. If locked to the opposite home, then only the communication will be stopped. Nothing will happen. Right? Are you clear with these things? What we installed at
Yes.
presentation, what we have at the application layer, what we have in the database layer. What we have in database layer, anyone? Here, DB repository, and this one,
Business data.
business data,
Web system. SAP.
and
SAP.
here,
SAP
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 repository.
repository.
What is SAP repository, anyone? What is SAP repository?
SAP report,
Programs.
program, everything.
Reports.
Screens, menu options,
Excellent.
printer.
Screens, menu options, in printer and fax configuration settings,
Data dictionary.
and very good, data dictionary.
Yeah.
What is data dictionary? What is this? Everything we'll discuss later. Okay. We have everything, the SAP software. And what we have at application layer, only your .exes and .dlls we have. The mechanism will work at application layer. But entire your data means, for example, from here, if you request some sales side of screen, from where you are getting that sales side of screen, application or database?
Application.
Application.
Hmm?
Database.
From
Where is
database.
your software? Why? Where is your screens? In the database. only.
Database.
Database.
There is nothing. Only the technical functionalities are there. Every software, programs, reports, screens, everything is from database. Okay. I'll show you now how this architecture will be. How where to see all these port numbers, host name, everything. I'll show you now practically. Then we will see the new architecture. This is the old architecture. Nobody will ask you this architecture now in interviews. But if you know well, if you know, it is very good for you. Why? We are keeping 3 to 4 years of experience, right? Few people here. Then they should have knowledge of that old architecture also. When you were learning, already you are you guys working on SAP basis? Anyone here? Anyone here working on SAP basis now?
No.
No? You are working, boss. You are having 3+ years of experience already. Within
Okay,
2
okay.
months, within 2 months, you are going to put that experience. Na? So you should, first of all, you should prepare yourself that you are working on SAP basis from the past 3 years.
Yes, sir. Working.
Anyone working here on SAP basis?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everybody is working, right? You are all working professionals of
Yes,
SAP.
fine.
Yes.
But when it was changed
When
from
it
old
was-
to new,
Yeah,
Change
I'll tell you. Okay, I'll come to that. Chal. I'll show you that practically. See, this is my server. So we don't install these applications and the databases on your client operating systems. You know what is the difference between client operating system and server operating system, right? What is the difference between client operating system and server operating system? We have two types of operating systems. What are they?
Client and
Client operating system and
Client
server
Client.
operating system. Operating systems
Server
are two
operating.
types, right?
configuration is less for client operations, and the server is for
Client,
huge.
not client systems, client operating systems. Configuration is less for client operating system. That means,
Client.
for example, where you install on client PCs, you install client PCs means your 2 GB RAM, 4 GB RAM, 6 GB RAM, your laptops, desktops, PCs, your mobile. In that, you will install client operating systems, which is very user friendly. You will do all the gaming tasks, and for watching movies, listening to the music, and for photo editing, video editings, and to browsing, we use that client edition operating system. That is the reason you all have that client operating systems in your laptops. Nobody will give you
Laptops.
laptop with the server 2008, server 2012, server 2019, and Linux operating system, Sun Solaris, IBM AX. No, if you go to Amazon or Flipkart, if you want to buy any laptop, the inbuilt OS will be what? Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows 8. That's it, right? What are
All are
those operating systems? Those operating systems are client editions. They are
client.
very much user friendly when compared to server auto. By look at, see, this is your server operating system. How the look? Plain, right? If you go to the client operating system, I'll show you the client operating system. See this one, how this is looking. The look wise, you can understand what is the difference between your client operating system and server operating system. In server operating system, no entertainment, no movies, no games, nothing. Only your business operations will work, your softwares will work, your database will, you install database, you use that for your business activities. Nobody will use server edition and making the videos and playing the games. Remember that. So SAP is what? It is a business application. So where I need to install? On server operating system or client operating system?
Client operating system.
Server. Server.
Naseem,
Server
you say
operating
all
system.
reverse. You are wantedly saying or something what?
I think I'm thinking about installing one.
Yeah, installation also.
Server installing.
Yes, server
Okay.
installation also you do. Server operating system. On the hardware, you install Windows Server operating system first.
Yes.
Then on the top of that, you install SAP and your Oracle database. Remember that. SAP
Okay.
don't, you can't install SAP on Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows 11. Got it?
Okay.
Yeah.
I can take access only.
Yeah, your GUI will be there. See, this is
Okay.
your logon pad, right? This logon pad will
Yes.
be there in your Windows 10 client operating system. You can access that. I'll show you. See,
Okay.
if I double click on this, it will open. This is your GUI tool. If I say
Okay.
login, it will connect to your SAP system. See, this is connecting. This is your application. Where this application is installed? For example, your Gmail. Gmail is using SAP. Gmail server is installed in USA. Application layer and database layer. From India, you are accessing, right? In India, in
Yes.
your laptop, you will have this SAP logon pad. That's it. This logon
Okay,
pad,
bhai,
you
got
can
it.
this logon pad you can use just like a browser. Where you install your browser in your client operating system only, no?
Yes, yes.
This is just a login tool, like a small tool. No SAP is installed
Okay.
here in SAP logon pad.
Okay,
Simple.
man.
Just we'll have a details of, see, if I go to that details, see the host name, the instance number, the SID and R3 system. The details are there. If you double click on that, it will connect to that application server. That IP address will give the IP address. By taking that IP address, it will connect through the network. Got it?
Okay, bhai, got it.
Yeah. See, so we have two tools. One is SAP logon pad. Second one is SAP MMC. What we call MMC, Microsoft Management Console. If you install SAP on MS Microsoft operating systems, means Windows operating systems, Microsoft has given one tool to SAP to start their server. This is called as SAP MMC. Just open that. If you open that, you will get this one, this screen. You'll get like this, SAP R3 system. Drop down button, tree structure. What is this? Dave, your SID. Under that, SAP Hub, your host name. SAP Hub is your host name. Dave is your SAP SID. This 01 is your instance number. Just click that and say start. If you want to stop, stop. See, I'm stopping now. I'm stopping my server. Okay, my server is down now. Now I'll try to log in. Did I get a login? No,
No.
the partner is not reached. Your SAP system is down there, so it is not accessible. Now I'll start my server. How to start? Just click on your SID, right click, start, or else you can start from here also. Start. This is refresh. See, it is coming into yellow. The process are starting, message server and the dispatcher. See, this message server.exe is executable file for message server. Displacework.exe, this is dispatcher and work processes. They start together and stop together. When this dispatcher comes into green, if you observe this work process table, see all other work process you can see. Dialogues, updates, enqueue, background, spool. How many enqueues you have? Only one enqueue. You can have number
Yes.
of dialogues. You have 6 dialogues. 0 to 5 means 6 dialogues. And updates, 4 updates. In update we have 2 types of updates, update 1 and update 2. Overall we count as update only. 4 and 2, 6 updates. And 2 background, BTC means background. 1 spool and 1 enqueue. The total number of work process here is what? 17. Remember, 17 processes. 17 disp plus work.exes will start when you start this SAP system. Can I show you that? See. Go to your task manager. See, disp plus work.exe, disp plus work.exe, disp plus work.exe. If you count all these disp plus work.exes, you will get 17 disp plus work.exe. What are they? Disp plus work.exe? Processes. Who will start these processes? Your processor. And each and every process needs some memory. Who will give this memory to that process? Your RAM.
RAM.
If your RAM and processor are sufficient to give more processes, you can configure more work process here. See the performance. What is my performance here? CPU utilization is 0 and RAM is utilizing 5.12 GB. See, CPU is 0, processor is 57. How much physical memory it is utilizing? Total 4 GB and 3 GB, 1 GB is it is taking. So can I configure more work process here? Yes, my CPU is free, my RAM is also somewhat available. So I can configure more work processes. If I configure more work processes, my processor will start so many work processes. It will start new displacework.exe. And for each and every displacework.exe, you will get some memory from the RAM. I'll come to that. Okay, how to start and how to stop, we'll see now. See, the status should be start. The starting condition should be start. Yes, everything is started. And the status is waiting. Waiting means they're ready to serve. This is a serial number. Okay, and this is type of work process, dialog, background, update, spool, and this is process ID. Every process will have a ID at operating system level. This is process ID and this is the status. Every work process in waiting condition. Now
Why
they are
your cursor is not visible?
okay. Now they are waiting condition, right? So if I open logon pad and I try to connect, who is giving this login screen? Dialog work process giving. See, I'm giving SAP star and password basis. Immediately I'm getting the login. This is login. When you can able to log in? When your processes are in waiting condition. They are ready to serve you. Waiting means ready to serve you. Running means they are busy. Ended means ended. So all your work process should be in wait condition. Okay. Now log out. This is log out. Log off. Yes. Now I'll stop the system. See, if you observe processes, message server and dispatcher both are in the same instance, right? Now I am stopping. Click on SID and say stop. Yes. They'll turn into gray. Gray means all the work process will go into ended state. See, status 32, no start. Display work and message server goes gray. Now my server is down. This is what exactly server is down. Now I'll try to log in. See what is it saying? Partner not reached. This is actually server down and server up. But if you are not getting, that doesn't mean the server is down. If technically the server is down means all your processes, all your work processes, message server, dispatcher, everything is down. Na? That is called as a server. Clear? So we have two tools.
Clear.
One is SAP logon pad. By using this, we log in into the system. This SAP MMC is for what? To start and stop your server. So this MMC tool will not be on your desktop. Remember, as an end user, for example, you are working in Wipro. You don't have that SAP MMC on your desktop. Where that will be installed? On application server. Where is your application server installed? In USA. In USA system, you have installed application in the database. There you will have that SAP MMC. In your laptop, only you will have SAP logon pad. From here, you log in into the system. Got the point? As an end user, you will have only SAP logon pad here. Okay. Now we'll come to new architecture. What is changed in the architecture? You know old architecture, right? Now we'll see the new architecture. Tell me, what are the central services in old architecture? Only what resides in central instance? When we call it as a central instance, message server and NQ.
Gateway server.
Gateway server
No.
and dispatcher.
Only
Dispatcher.
gateway and dispatcher will be available in all the application servers, right?
Servers and
Message server and NQ. In a new architecture, what they have done, my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
In a new architecture, what they have done, they divided the central instance as two instances. Simple. Message server and NQ as a separate instance. That's it. Why? These two are the common services for all application servers, right? When you install your SAP in previous, you used to get central instance. Only one instance number, 00. In that only you will have gateway, NQ, message server, dispatcher, dialog, background, updates, pull. Everything in that 00 you will have. You used to have, right? But now, if you install SAP, by default you are getting two instance numbers. Let's take 00 and 01. 00 is called as ASCS. What is ASCS means? Application Server Central Services. What are the central services here?
messages.
Server and
For all
NQ.
the applications, even though you have 100 application servers, this message server is common for all, right? For all application servers, only one NQ word process is enough. So message server and NQ is serving for all the application servers. Na? That is the reason they made this separate, these two services as a separate instance. Now, The remaining part, what are remaining? Gateway, dispatcher, dialog, background, updates pool as a separate instance. Simple. Okay, I'll draw an image otherwise. See, first tell me the old architecture. When you install your SAP, what are the services you are getting?
Message server
Message server. Then
Gateway
and
server.
gateway,
gateway.
Gateway.
Okay.
dispatch.
Dispatcher.
Dispatcher.
5 types of
And dialog,
objects.
background updates pool and NQ. Right?
Thank you.
If you install another application server, what this is called as central instance, right? If you
Yes.
install another application server, what you are getting?
Dialog
This is my
instance.
Dialog
central
instance.
instance. This is my
Di-
dialog instance. Here I am getting gateway,
Gateway server.
Gateway, dispatcher.
dispatcher plus dialog background updates pool, right? This is your old architecture. By default, you get only one application server, that is central instance. Now, by default, you are getting two instances. What are they? That central instance is divided into two. One is ASCS, second one is PAS, primary application server. Simple, what they have done, they separated message server and NQ as a separate service, separate instance. They give this number as for any number. You can decide any number, 0, 0. I'll give 0, 0. And remaining things, gateway and dispatcher and dialog background updates pool. This is what your old central instance only, but now it is coming into two instances. The naming convention is changed. Previously it used to call what? DVEMBGS
0,
00
0.
or 01, anything, right? But now, no. What they are calling it? ASCS and 00. ASCS means what? Application server. This is application server only, na? Application server, central services. What are the central services? Message server and NQ. And this one, they are calling it as PAS, primary application server. The application server which is installing along with the ASCS is called as PAS. So the concept of central instance and dialog instance gone. Now nobody is calling central instance and dialog instance. Now ASCS and PAS. And what about another instance?
Dialog instance.
No. Okay. Now I did.
Secondary.
I installed
Second.
one system, one SAP system. By default, I am getting what? ASCS and PAS. What is this? ASCS. And this is PAS.
Yeah.
And if I install another one, na, that name is AAS, additional application server. This is my additional application server. So nobody will ask you what is central instance, what is dialog instance. That era is gone. ASCS, PAS, AAS. If I install another one,
AAS.
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 If I install another one, AAS.
AS.
AAS.
This one also AAS. This one also AAS. So dialog instance, AAS is nothing but dialog instance, dialog instance, dialog instance. Only that central instance is now divided into two instances. One is ASCS with message server and NQ,
NQ.
and other one is same. Here I'll have dispatcher,
Gateway.
Dialog.
dialog, background
Dialog,
update,
background updates.
and the gateway.
Oh,
And what are the
Great.
services I have here in the AAS? Anyone? Can I have dispatcher here?
Dispatches.
Dialog, background
Yes,
update,
dispatcher.
and
DPS.
same gateway. Here also same. Dispatcher, dialog, background updates pool,
background updates pool.
and the dispatch and the gateway.
Gateway.
Here also gateway
Same.
and dispatcher,
Dispatcher.
dialog, background updates pool. Simple.
Rule.
This is ASCS. For example, any number you can give 0 0. I'll give PAS 0
Zero
1.
one.
AS 0 0.
Zero.
Can I give?
No.
No.
No. Within the same system, it should be unique.
Similar.
Can I give 0 5?
Yes.
Yes, you can give.
Can I give 5 0 to this?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I give 5 0 to this?
No.
No.
0 1?
No.
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 0 5?
Yes.
No.
I have already
No.
0 5.
Yeah. Already, yes.
0 8?
Zero three.
Yes. 08.
3 0 3?
Yes.
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 Within one SAP system, my application's instance number should be unique. This is my database. These all applications will connect to this database. Few users will connect from this application, few users will connect from this application, few users for all these application servers, these two services are common. That's why they are calling it as ASCS, Application Server Central Services.
Central service.
See how simple this. If you understand the old architecture, what is the duty of message server and NQ server, why they are central, you know everything, right? Now it is very easy to understand what exactly changed.
Yes.
Did you find
Yes,
any
bhai.
difficult?
No. No.
No.
No difficulty, na? Right. So now I'll show you the new architecture. First we'll see the old architecture, and then we'll see the old new architecture. Then you will understand the difference. Okay. Can you please relog in so that we can continue the session? Only 4 minutes left.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
See, this is my SAP MMC. By using MMC, I'll start, right? Open this MMC, now you will understand. This is your SAP system. Okay. What is your SID? Dave. Under that
Dave.
Dave, you will have your host name. SAP Hub. See, my computer. Right click, properties. It will show you your host name. Okay. It will show your host name. This is SAP Hub. Then this processes. No process there. Now I'll start my system. Select your SID and say start. From here you can start, or else right click and say start. Start. Now observe the processes. This message server and dispatcher both are in the same instance. What is your instance number? 01. Only one instance is there, no two instances. See, message server and dispatcher and all work process, dialog, background, update, spool and NQ, everything in one instance only. So what is this called? If you have everything in one instance, message server, NQ,
Central.
gateway, dispatcher, everything is one. Central
Central instance.
See, message server and dispatcher and NQ is there, background, spool, update, everything is in one instance only. This is old architecture. SID, under that SID, hostname SAP Hub, 01 is my instance. Are you clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
if you are clear with this, I'll show you the new architecture.
Yes, sir. No.
Okay.
Be patient. Dear patients, be patient. I'll log out from this operating system and I have to start another operating system. This is what? Windows Server 2003, right? Now I'll go to
Yes.
2008 or 2012, I think. I didn't remember. Server 2003, this one. I'm shutting down this and I'm starting another system with the new architecture. If you observe that MMC and this MMC, you will get the clarity. What is the difference between old architecture and the new architecture? Nobody will teach you this old architecture nowadays. Windows Server 2012. This one is. See, this is my MMC. See, logon pad. The symbol is changed somewhat, right? Somewhat new look when compared to that old look. Go to your SAP MMC. To start your SAP application, we have a tool called SAP MMC, Microsoft Management Console. Use that. Oh, it is crawling. Even though I have 16 GB RAM. Wait. Now, if you open that MMC now, you will get two instances. Instead of one, you will get two instances. In one instance, you will find message server and NQ. And another instance, you will get, yeah, I got it. See, this is my MMC. Open that SAP system. My screen is visible to everyone, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Here my SID is what? PRD.
PRD.
If you open that, you will see host name. What is my host name? India.
India.
In India, you have 00 and 01, two instances. Okay, I'll start my system. Same thing. Starting. Start, or else you can start from here. I'll start here. Okay. Okay. It will ask you for the password. I'll give you the password. See, do the refresh. 01 is starting. What are the services we have in 01? We'll see. What are the processes? Message server and NQ are separated. See? The 01 is ACS or PAS?
ASS.
It's
Yes.
having
Yes.
message server and NQ. If you open that 00, this 00 instance, see? strdbs.cmd, start database command will execute first. After starting your database, then it will start your dispatcher, gateway, everything. See, if you open that work process table, you won't find any work process now. ASAP work process table, no. When your dispatcher starts now, then only they'll come. Disp plus work.exe. It is executable file for all your work. See, disp plus work.exe. If this turns into green, see, gateway is there and all other work process, remaining work process. What are they? Dialog, background, update, spool. Still, I didn't get that work process. When this disp plus work comes into green, then only all the work process I'll get. So by default, I'm getting how many instances here? See, dialog is there, update is there, background is there,
Background.
spool is there. Is there any NQ work process?
No.
No. NQ work process in this process list. NQ and message server separated as a 01 instance. And in this 00 instance process list, I have dispatcher, all other work process plus your gateway. gwrd.exe is for gateway. Only this is the difference between old architecture and new architecture. So what is ASCS here? 00 or 01?
01.
01 is the ASCS. 00 is
Yes. Instance.
what? PAS.
Central.
Yeah.
PA, no central. It's
Okay, sorry.
PAS,
Yes.
primary application server. Do I have AS here? AS. No.
No.
AS is, when we install AS, when these application servers are not capable to handle users requests, then we install another application, additional application server. The same way how we install the dialog instance. See, now login into the system. The new SAP system, the look will be new. The GUI for Windows. See, did you find any change in the screen? 000,
It's logo.
SAP star, and just this is the change like Windows XP to Windows 11. Okay, you know Windows XP. First, how to work on Windows XP. When Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, Windows 11 came into the market, did you went to some institute to learn the operating system again, or did you cope up the things? You can handle
Above the
everything,
things.
right? Yes. The
Yes.
same way, if you know
Yes.
how to work on the old system, it is similar. Here also similar. See how to start the
Yes.
similar way, how to stop similar way, how to log out everything. See, log off. You need not to learn any new things here. The look wise it is changing. The options somewhat changing here and there. That's it. Is that clear with everyone?
Yes, boy, clear.
Yes, boy.
Yeah. Now you are saying instance. This is one instance, this is second instance, third instance, fourth instance, fifth instance, right? What is instance? My question is, what is instance? You are saying instance. But what is instance? Anyone? I'll give you one statement. We cannot start any application in the world without starting the instance. We cannot start any application in the whole world without starting the instance. What does that mean? Instance means to start any application, you need some resources, right? For example, my team weaver is one application, right? I want to start this application. So when I double click on that, what happens? The application will open. Means that application started. How it is started? What happens in the backend? For this, to know that, go to your task manager. Go to your task manager. You will see one teamweaver.exe, one executable file, one process will start related to your teamweaver. Who will start this process? Your processor, your CPU,
Processor.
your CPU. And this process needs some memory.
Memory.
Who will give this memory?
RAM.
RAM.
RAM. If your RAM is not giving, allocating memory to this process, will this process start? Will this open?
No.
No.
You
No.
are looking on the desktop means it is loaded into the RAM. Then only you can able to see, right? And if your
Yes.
your processor is not starting this process, can you start your application, TeamViewer application? If your
No.
processor and your RAM on strike, can you start any application in the world?
No.
No.
No. If I click end task, what happens? See, that application will close. Why? Your RAM memory is released and your process is killed.
Processor.
Okay. Now see, the performance of any system, any hardware device depends upon two things majorly. There are so many issues are there, but majorly two things. One is processor, second one is RAM. Processor and memory. RAM means your memory, physical memory. See, I have 4 gigahertz processor and 16 GB RAM. My RAM is utilizing 71 percentage and my CPU is utilizing almost 50 percentage. So I have enough resources or lack of resources?
Enough.
Enough.
I have enough resources,
Enough
right?
resources.
If I start on 20 applications, VLC player is there, MS Word is there, so one recorder is there, one photoshopping tool is. I have started some 10 to 20 applications here immediately. What happens? My CPU percentage will increase. Why? It has to start number of processes regarding that applications. And your memory, your RAM should allocate memory to each and every process. Then my CPU utilization will go touches to 98 percentage and my memory utilization will touches to 98 percentage. Then can I start any new process?
No.
No. So that is the thing happening with your laptops. You are starting multiple applications at the same time. That is the reason your laptops are hung. Did you observe that hung state of your laptops sometimes?
Yes.
What
Yes.
happens means your CPU and memory is exhausted. Okay. Remember, Now this is my system. This is my hardware resources. One 4 gigahertz processor and 16 GB RAM.
RAM.
To start this VLC player, team viewer, screen recorder, or small applications, you need one process. You need only one process and some memory. But when it comes to biggest applications like operating system, when you start operating system, only operating system, these are all belongs to operating systems only. When you start your operating system, by default, how many processors are starting? See, 110 processors are starting, background processes. 110 processes. Who should start this 110 processes? Processes. Your processor, right? For this 110 processes, who should give memory? Your RAM.
RAM.
Clear? Now, why this 112 processes? For Zoom meeting, only one process. For VMware, only one process. For Task Manager, only one process. But why for operating system so many processes are required? This operating system has few startup processes, few core processes, few auxiliary means the tools. In operating system, you'll have so many tools, right? Just like your Task Manager is one of the tool, and you have snipping tool, right? Snip and sketch and backup tools. All these tools will start, and start windows, stop windows, exit windows, that process will start. And the core process, copy, paste, and cut, all these Windows Explorer. There are few mandatory processes for your operating system. So this operating system is collection of small applications, right? Operating system is not one software actually. That software includes so many softwares are integrated into that. That is the reason when I start my operating system, number of different kinds of processors are starting. So it is occupying 110 processes. And for each and every process to start, I need a memory. So your RAM should allocate memory. See, for each and every process, this memory is allocated, right? Memory should be allocated.
Yes.
And who is starting all these processes? My processor. For example, my processor is only capable of providing me 150 processes. My CPU strength is that 4 gigahertz processor. So strength is it can give 150 processes to you. Now I have installed my operating system. By default, 110 processes is gone. On the same system, I have to install my database. For example, Oracle database. Oracle database is also not a small software. It is also having so many startup processes, core processes, auxiliary processes. When you start that Oracle database, it will eat up nearly 30. It will eat up nearly 30 processes. Now what is the count? 110 plus 30. How much? 140 processes gone. To start your operating system and your database, 140 processes gone. On the top of that, you are starting your SAP. SAP is also a huge application. It is also having some startup processes, core processes, auxiliary processes. For SAP, it is giving hardly 10 to 15 processes. Okay, hardly 10 to 15 processes. On that share only, you will get this number of processes. If you, even though you are having 4 gigahertz processor, but the number of work process depends upon what? For SAP, it is having only 20 processes. For message server, one process gone. For NQ, one process gone. For gateway, one process gone. Okay. For start SAP, stop SAP, some SAP tools, some 10 process gone. Remaining are how many? For example, 10 processes. Then I'll get only 10 work process here. 2 dialogues, 2 backgrounds, 2 updates, some 2 spools. Based on that only, you need to configure this number of work process. I cannot configure this work process blindly. How many work processes I got here? 19 work processes.
Right.
Means each and every process, who should start this background process, update process? Your processor. And each and
Processor.
every process requires what? RAM memory. Disk plus work. Disk plus work is there, right? What is that? Disk plus work.exe. For each and every process, you will get one disk plus work.exe. When it comes to OS level, they are only one executable, disk plus work.exe only. But when it comes to SAP, they are behaving like dialogues, background, updates, and spools. So each and every process, see, if you observe, you will get 19 displays works there. If you count that displays work.exe, see all these displays works only 19 processes. So when you start your system, it is giving the burden on your CPU and RAM. Based on that hardware resources only, we can configure the work process. Are you clear with this?
Yes, sir.
You cannot say
Yes.
20 dialogues, 20 backgrounds, 20 updates. Why? Your processor is not sufficient, boss, there. Now your users are complaining that whenever we are trying to log in, we have to wait for some time. Why? Only 5 dialogues are there. Only how many? 10 dialogues are there. 0 to 9 means 10 dialogues are there. One dialogue or process can log in 10 users at a time. So when I have 10 dialogue or process, at a time 100 people can log in into this application server. If my users are increased to 200, 300, 400, 500, still if I am maintaining this only single application, obviously the customer feels dissatisfied. Whenever I am trying to log in into the system, it is not giving me the login, right? Then what you have to do, you have to increase the work process. Can you blindly increase the work process? If you increase the work process, what happens? It creates burden on your processor and RAM. You don't have sufficient RAM and processor. Your processor only can give 150 processes. Already 110 by operating system occupied, 30 by your Oracle database occupied. Only 20 processes are there. Out of that 20, some SAP start SAP processes were there, stop SAP is there, gateway is there, message server is there. Only 10 to 12 processes are free. That I gave as dialogues, backgrounds, updates, and spool. Can I increase work process now on this system? No, obviously no. At this scenario, what we do, we install additional application server. In previously you used to call it as dialog instance. Means I'll take another hardware. There I'll go with 8 GB RAM and 8 octa core processor. So that processor and that RAM can give me more work processes. And for 100 users, I'll give this application server. In the logon pad, I'll give that number. How I maintain that means in that logon pad. See, this is your logon pad, right? I'm giving the details of this system. I'll go to edit. See, what is your instance number? 00. So you will log in with the 00 instance. If I have 01 instance, 02, 03, in your logon pad, I'll give 01. In someone's logon pad, I'll give 02. Like that, I manage the load on the systems. Through application server only, you are connecting to the database. Now, I am connecting by using 00 instance number. For 100 users, I'll give 01. For another 100 users, I'll give 02. So that the load on application servers will be reduced. The load is balancing. We do the load balancing when you have multiple application servers. We can manage the load on different application servers. Got it? That is what instance. Instance is nothing but the combination of your RAM and the processor to start up any application. That application needs some resources like RAM and processor. When RAM and process is allocated, then that is called as an instance. Simple. I'll give you one more example. So when I start TeamViewer, if it is started, I can say this is TeamViewer instance. Why I am calling it as instance? RAM memory is allocated and processor is started. The combination of that two to start any application is called as an instance. This is TeamViewer instance and this is Google Chrome instance. And when I start my SAP, that is my SAP instance. Instance is nothing, just a resources. What we call as an application server is what? The combination of resources you are providing. That's why we are calling it as application layer. To start that application, we are providing the resources. That's it. Are you clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Sir, this session is recording, right, sir?
Who is that?
This session is recording.
Yes. Every session will be recorded.
Okay.
Every session. See, this is recording. Every session will be recorded, and I suggest you to record. If I forget someday, we'll all get that from you. Okay? If you have any recording software, otherwise if you want, I'll share you that recording software also. You do that. You have every right to record. No worries. Okay. Any doubts from today's session?
My old version when it was changed. That is my doubt.
From NetWeaver 7.3. Yeah, this is too early. You won't understand what is that version's names. I'll explain one day.
Okay.
That class is
Okay,
there.
okay.
SAP versions class is there. I'll explain.
Okay.
Any other one?